The meteoric rise of Wednesday. When Wednesday premiered in late 2022, it quickly became more than just another Netflix original. It became a cultural phenomenon. Directed by Tim Burton, the series reimagined the Addams family legacy with a sharper, gothic edge and introduced Jenna Ortega's version of Wednesday Addams to a new generation. Within weeks, the show dominated global charts, surpassing even Stranger Things in certain regions. One scene in particular, the Wednesday dance set to Lady Gaga's Bloody Mary, exploded across TikTok and Instagram, sparking millions of recreations and even Gaga herself joining the trend. This viral storm turned Ortega into a household name overnight. The success didn't stop at memes, it fueled fan art, cosplay, and the rise of news channels that churned out content about every cast member. Suddenly, the young ensemble, Ortega, Emma Myers, Percy Hynes White, and Hunter Doohan, weren't just actors on a breakout show, they were internet fixtures under constant, sometimes unforgiving, scrutiny. Core cast and roles. Season 1 focus. The heartbeat of Wednesday lies in its tight-knit cast of young leads. At the center is Jenna Ortega, who plays Wednesday Addams with deadpan wit and razor-sharp timing, instantly cementing her as the face of the series. Alongside her is Emma Myers as Enid Sinclair, Wednesday's polar opposite roommate, sunshine to her shadow, whose cheerful personality and rainbow-drenched style balanced Wednesday's brooding darkness. Percy Hynes White portrayed Xavier Thorpe, the mysterious artist with psychic abilities, creating tension both as a potential ally and as a romantic foil. Completing the triangle was Hunter Doohan as Tyler Galpin, the seemingly sweet barista with a hidden monstrous twist. These four formed the dramatic engine of Season 1. Two potential love interests, one quirky best friend, and a heroine caught between them. The chemistry, on and off screen, made fans hyperfixate on every glance, line, and interaction, setting the stage for shipping wars and cast controversies to follow. On-screen triangle, Wednesday Tyler Xavier. One of the earliest sparks for controversy came from the classic teen drama device, the love triangle. In Wednesday, Jenna Ortega's character was positioned between two male leads, Tyler Galpin, Hunter Doohan, the charming barista hiding a monstrous secret, and Xavier Thorpe, Percy Hynes White, the brooding artist with a psychic gift. Tyler represented the safe, relatable choice, while Xavier embodied the misunderstood outsider, echoing the bad boy versus nice guy trope. Fans quickly split into camps, debating which pairing made sense for Wednesday's cold, independent persona. However, Ortega herself complicated matters when she publicly criticized the triangle, suggesting Wednesday's character was too focused, aloof, and self-contained to be written into traditional romance. This sparked a wave of approval from viewers tired of forced love plots, while others still clung to their ship theories. The tension between what the writers scripted and what the star advocated fueled online speculation about Season 2's direction. Fandom ships, Winclair, Wednesday times Enid. While the scripted triangle stirred debate, the fandom carved its own path with the rise of Wenclair, the ship pairing Wednesday Addams and Enid Sinclair. Fans saw something deeper in the odd couple dynamic. Wednesday's stoic gloom contrasted perfectly with Enid's neon brightness, creating the kind of opposites attract chemistry that begged for interpretation. Social media platforms flooded with fan edits, art, and speculative threads, pushing Winclair to overshadow any canon romantic storyline. What gave the ship even more traction was the way Jenna Ortega and Emma Myers subtly encouraged it. Ortega hinted that she'd love to see Wednesday remain single or explore different forms of connection, while Myers playfully entertained the idea in interviews, saying she totally saw it too. These comments poured fuel on the shipping fire, making Winclair one of the most talked about pairings in modern fandom. For many, it wasn't just a ship, it was the real endgame. Press tour dynamics and early shipping of cast. Outside the scripted drama, the Wednesday cast's real-life interactions added another layer of fascination and controversy. During the Season 1 press tour, fans dissected every interview, red carpet moment, and behind-the-scenes clip. Jenna Ortega and Percy Hynes White, in particular, drew attention for their easy chemistry. A photo shoot unrelated to the show, featuring the two in striking poses, quickly circulated online and ignited speculation that they were secretly dating. Edits of their clips together spread across TikTok, cementing Jenna plus Percy as a trending topic long before any official acknowledgement. At the same time, Emma Myers' bubbly rapport with Ortega fueled the parallel Gemma friendship ship, blurring the line between fan fiction and perceived reality. What began as harmless fun quickly spiraled into heated debates, with fans choosing sides and amplifying minor gestures into viral discourse. The cast, barely out of their breakout roles, suddenly found themselves under relentless fan-driven shipping microscopes. Viral clip dissection, boundaries, and body language. The fandom's microscope intensified when a particular promotional clip of Jenna Ortega and Percy Hynes White went viral. In it, Percy playfully leaned into Jenna, brushing her arm and standing closer than some fans thought comfortable. To outsiders, it looked like typical co-star banter, two young actors joking around during press obligations. But within fandom spaces, the clip became a Rorschach test. Some argued it was harmless fun, evidence of chemistry, or simply Percy's outgoing personality. Others saw it as crossing personal boundaries, pointing to Jenna's reserved body language and often self-professed introversion. TikTok and Twitter exploded with slowed-down edits, freeze frames, and commentary videos that exaggerated every micro-expression. Suddenly, what could have been a forgettable press moment transformed into a heated debate about consent, professionalism, and parasocial projection. The viral dissection showed how even the smallest interactions could be magnified into controversy when viewed through the lens of obsessive fan culture. Allegations against Percy Hynes White. Timeline. The controversy reached a boiling point on January 19, 2023, when a Twitter thread accused Percy Hynes White of hosting parties in Toronto where underage girls were allegedly given alcohol and drugs. The post included screenshots of old tweets, photos from parties, and anonymous claims describing inappropriate behavior. The thread spread rapidly, amplified by Wednesday's massive fan base, and soon the hashtag #CancelPercyHynesWhite was trending worldwide. As the allegations circulated, older clips of Percy resurfaced, including one where he reportedly used a slur, further fueling outrage. Fans who had once shipped him with Jenna Ortega or praised his character Xavier suddenly split into two camps, those demanding accountability and those urging caution against unverified claims. Within days, gossip accounts, TikTok edits, and even news narrations recycled the allegations, blurring fact and speculation. The fallout instantly placed Percy at the center of Wednesday's first major scandal, overshadowing the show's breakout success. Percy's public response and counterclaims. After months of silence, Percy Hynes White finally addressed the allegations in June 2023 through an Instagram story. He called the viral claims misinformation and insisted that much of what circulated had been taken out of context or was outright fabricated. Percy cited a friend named Jane, claiming she had been doxxed and harassed when her private posts were repurposed to support the accusations. He also alleged that images and clips used against him were edited or misrepresented, including moments from years earlier that were reframed to fit the narrative. While some fans stood by him, pointing out that certain accusers deleted their original posts, others argued his statement lacked concrete detail or accountability. Importantly, no official legal action was reported in connection with the allegations, leaving the controversy in a gray area. Percy's denial did little to unify the fandom. It only deepened the divide between believers and skeptics. Production fallout. Character/actor changes. The controversy inevitably spilled into production rumors. By mid-2023, reports circulated that Xavier Thorpe, Percy Hynes White's character, had been written out of Wednesday Season 2. Netflix never confirmed it outright, but fan communities noticed his absence in casting announcements and promotional material. For some, this was a relief, proof the show was distancing itself from an actor under scrutiny. Others argued it was unfair, pointing to Percy's denial and the lack of legal follow-up as evidence the allegations were overblown. Jenna Ortega herself added fuel to speculation when she remarked in an interview that Season 2 had taken a weird redirect and would introduce many new characters. That comment was read by fans as a subtle acknowledgement of Xavier's disappearance. Whether coincidence or consequence, the decision reshaped the ensemble, forcing the writers to rebalance Wednesday's core circle and intensifying debate over how controversies should impact casting decisions. 3-year gap and industry context. After the whirlwind of Season 1, fans expected a quick turnaround for Season 2, but the industry had other plans. Between the 2023 writers' strike and subsequent actors' strike, production stalled for months, creating a 3-year gap before new episodes arrived. This long delay only heightened scrutiny of the cast. During the hiatus, Jenna Ortega kept a lower profile with fewer public appearances, though she did make a memorable cameo in character during a Lady Gaga show, keeping the Wednesday brand alive. Meanwhile, the absence of Percy Hynes White became more conspicuous, with fan theories swirling about whether he had been quietly cut or would return. The downtime also allowed discourse around the controversies to fester online, with old clips and allegations resurfacing whenever the fandom lacked fresh content. By the time production officially resumed, Wednesday wasn't just a hit series, it was a lightning rod for ongoing internet speculation. Season 2, Press Cycle Flashpoint, Jenna's Look. When the long-awaited press cycle for Season 2 finally began, attention zeroed in not on the plot, but on Jenna Ortega's appearance. She debuted a striking new look, bleached eyebrows, sharper facial angles, and noticeably different styling. Within hours, social media churned out conspiracy-style commentary. Some speculated she had undergone cosmetic work, while others insisted it was just makeup, lighting, or the internet's obsession with mewing, a facial exercise trend. What might have been a simple creative choice turned into a viral talking point, with slowed-down videos, side-by-side comparisons, and TikTok explainers dissecting every frame. Ortega herself dismissed the chatter lightly, joking that her face simply looked stern because of her natural resting expression. Still, the fixation highlighted how every detail surrounding her had become magnified to extreme proportions. Even playful in-character promo stunts she did with the cast were overshadowed by debates about her eyebrows and supposed transformations. Wardrobe and press themes. Season 2's promotional run leaned heavily into Wednesday's gothic brand identity, and the cast's wardrobe choices became part of the spectacle. Jenna Ortega appeared at multiple events in black lace, corseted silhouettes, and outfits echoing Wednesday's dark academic aesthetic, blurring the line between character and actor. Emma Myers contrasted with pastel suits and bold patterns, reinforcing her real-life parallel to Enid's bright personality. Hunter Doohan often wore sleek, understated looks, while newer cast additions adopted similarly moody, stylized attire to match the show's tone. Media outlets highlighted how the wardrobe choices weren't accidental. They were crafted to extend the Nevermore Academy vibe into real-world press. This thematic cohesion helped the show maintain visibility, but also fed fan discourse. Every outfit became another meme template or ship reference, with fans reading hidden meaning into who stood next to whom, how colors aligned, or whether costumes hinted at on-screen relationships. Gemma, Jenna times Emma, friendship discourse. Among all cast dynamics, none captured fans' imaginations like the bond between Jenna Ortega and Emma Myers, dubbed Gemma. Interviews often showed Emma speaking protectively of Jenna, praising her professionalism and intensity, while Jenna would credit Emma for balancing her more introverted energy. Fans romanticized these moments, interpreting small gestures, like holding hands during photo ops or Emma resting her head on Jenna's shoulder, as signals of a deeper connection. At the same time, some viewers argued the friendship seemed distant at points, pointing to Jenna's natural reserve as evidence of a rift. Myers herself addressed this, noting Jenna was simply private and introverted, and that off-camera they remained close. Both also commented on the pressure of constant online speculation, with Emma saying the fandom often projected too much onto their relationship. Still, Gemma edits trended relentlessly, proving the friendship, real or imagined, was just as captivating as any scripted romance. Where everyone landed mid-Season 2 cycle. By the midpoint of Season 2's press cycle, the cast members had settled into very different public positions. Percy Hynes White, though absent from promotional material, resurfaced on Instagram to congratulate the team, signaling no bad blood but confirming his outsider status. Rumors swirled that his character Xavier might still appear briefly. Some fans insisted on a secret cameo in Episode 7, though this remained unconfirmed. In the meantime, Percy was reportedly working outside Hollywood, even bartending, a stark contrast to his breakout star trajectory. Jenna Ortega continued carrying the franchise as its face, while Emma Myers cemented her status as a fan favorite. Hunter Doohan remained part of the ensemble, though with less buzz around him compared to the leading women. The shifting balance illustrated how controversies, fandom trends, and production choices had reshaped the cast's public image, leaving them on very different paths just a few years later. Release and reception notes, per transcript. Season 2 of Wednesday arrived in 2 parts, with Part 1 premiering June 30th, 2025. Early viewership matched the explosive numbers of Season 1, proving the fandom's appetite hadn't diminished despite the long gap and controversies. Part 1 concluded August 6th, 2025, leaving audiences debating cliffhangers and speculating about missing characters. Critics noted a tonal shift. While Season 1 balanced gothic humor with supernatural mystery, Season 2 leaned more heavily into a procedural-style format, with Wednesday investigating cases week by week. Reception was split. Some praised the sharper focus on mystery solving, while others missed the darker, more atmospheric tone Tim Burton had originally set. Anticipation mounted for Part 2, slated for September 2025, especially with confirmation that Lady Gaga would appear as a Nevermore teacher, a casting choice hyped since her viral connection to the Wednesday dance trend. Once again, the series blended pop culture spectacle with enduring fan devotion. Creator's take from transcript source. The creator behind the transcript offered a candid take on the state of Wednesday. While acknowledging the show's massive cultural impact, they expressed a wish for the series to embrace a darker, more gothic tone in future seasons, closer to the macabre essence of the original Addams Family. They praised Jenna Ortega's performance as the clear anchor, noting her ability to carry even weaker storylines through sheer presence and delivery. Tim Burton's influence was highlighted for giving the show its unique visual identity, though some fans worried that his stylistic flourishes had been softened in Season 2's more procedural approach. The commentary also floated the idea of a potential spin-off or darker feature film focusing on the Addamses, believing the franchise had far more depth to explore. This perspective captured the duality of fan response: admiration for what Wednesday achieved and frustration at what it had yet to become.